to catch up, but it's no use. Well, you see, they've been trained since little kids to kill shit. And you're just a whiny, bratty bitch who was, daughter of a general, you're probably quite rich, and now you just all of a sudden thought you'd play at war. And look, it's not too easy. How far is everyone going? I can't hear anyone. If I catch up, I wonder, is everyone safe? Will they welcome me over? Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this arty, pretentious bullshit? I'm fine. If you don't stop talking, though, I fear I might just collapse from a brain explosion again. When I start thinking like that, right now I understand, because I want to hit you in the head with this basketball. Someone might not be there. Someone you love may disappear before your very eyes. It's tough when you live your life thinking that way. But that's why I fight. When I was a little kid, I was about 4 or so. I was in an orphanage. And he sinks one. That's funny. Plenty of kids, all with no parents. And here comes the big twist, I believe. It was around the end of the Sorceress War, so I guess it couldn't be helped. Anyway, that's where I was. And out of all these kids there, one was very special to me. Irvy, want to play? I really like this girl, and it made me so happy just talking to her. Seffy, what you playing? War! Even as a child, she was bloodthirsty. And here's one of the things that pisses a lot of people off in this game, this right here. Was that orphanage a stone house? You guessed it. An old house made of stone. By the ocean? You guessed it. I knew right away when we first met. Hey, why didn't you tell us? Yes, why didn't you tell us? Bleh. Yeah, guess what? They all know each other! All of them! Except Rhinoa. Because you two seem to have forgotten. Kind of sucked that I was the only one who remembered. Spunky little Seffy and bossy little Quisty. That's just so weird. Look, Seffy, Quiz is all little. Huh? Hey, do you guys remember setting off fireworks? That was this way. Oh God, I'm a ghost. Rhinoa sat there and talked and I died. Jesus. If only we could find a way to harness her incredible, annoying, destructive power. Oh God, Charlie Brown t-shirt. Hey little Max, what's going on? Why are you... What a shameful sight. I know, Charlie Brown shirts just don't suit me. They really clash with my eyes. See, look, I'm dead because of that bitch. None of you guys stopped her. God invented ball gags for a reason. How about this? Ball gag? Yeah! The ocean, the lighthouse. We did set off fireworks. Well, yesterday was the 4th of July. Kooky. Yo! Kids aren't supposed to play with fireworks. I'm gonna tell on you. Shut the fuck up, Zell. Oh, geez, here's where they call him Crybaby Zell. I remember this. Does that mean I was there too? We all got in big trouble. Then, what about my parents and Balam? I guess they aren't your parents. Dun dun dun! Jesus, idiots. The Denchits and Balam must have adopted you. Yep, that's probably it. I was here. Yo, come on, stop it. Matwin, help? What is it, Matwin? Oh, God, and guess who that is? With the same fucking shirt. Call him Zell Crybaby. Who's that? Who the fuck do you think it is? It's Seifer! Oh my goddamn, Seifer too. Seifer, my arch enemy. No, he's my arch enemy. You're just a punk. Wow, he was there too? Well, how's the ghost working out for you? I think you have to actually talk to Seifer. Seifer was always Seifer. Zell, always crying and screaming. Kind of like now. Irving, sorry, I don't remember you. Quistis, I think you were difficult to deal with. Selfie, always full of insanity. She was crazy. And then I think we gotta leave. And enjoy our existence as a ghost. Now that Rhinoa has exploded our brain. Why didn't anyone stop her? Seifer was there too. Except for Rhinoa, we were all there. Hey, that means... Oh, the camera pans to Max. Yeah, I was there too. Tried so hard to forget. I beat myself in the head with a hammer every day. Goddamn cutscene. I was always waiting for Sis to come back. But she hated my Charlie Brown shirt. So she said, fuck off, Max. Get a new shirt. But I couldn't, because I only have like one change of clothes in the whole game. And I couldn't wear those, or two changes of clothes the whole game, and I wasn't allowed to wear those until I grew up. Facepalm. I didn't turn out okay at all. I'm stuck with a psycho, an idiot, a bitch, and too many women who want my dick. And a sniper who apparently can't snipe. Alone. So Alone was Sis. She was a bit older than us, so we always used to call her Sis. This plot point pisses so many people off. Quistis, Zell, Selfie, Irving, Seifer, Alone, and myself. Yeah. I'm not sure what the meaning behind all this, but we're definitely together. It means you grew up there. It doesn't have to have any deep meaning. But yeah, the fact that they all knew each other and they all were in the same place just really pisses people off. I know. You mean Sis is alone? And I admit it, it's kind of goofy. There's no real point to it. She's the one to take us back to Laguna's period. I don't want to hear about Laguna's period. She said she wanted to change the past. I don't know why. There can only be one reason for that. She must not be happy with the present. Well, she could get herself a fucking DeLorean. If that's the case, I'm definitely up for helping her. She's part of our orphanage gang. You just found out about him for like a minute and a half ago. Yeah, you didn't even remember who she was. Hey, Selfie, that goes for you too. Yeah, but I'm a psycho bitch. It doesn't count. Oh, I can move again. Thank you. Really scary, forgotten all these things. So Mom and Pa aren't my real parents. I wonder where the orphanage is. I don't care. So, can I go now? Everyone was fond of Sis, but Max, you kept hogging her all for yourself. You sure have a good memory. This is really strange. I don't think I was adopted because of the way I am. Probably the same with Seifer too. You two must have been at the garden by age 5 or so. I don't even really remember everything from when I was 5. Even so, he never mentioned anything about growing up in an orphanage, and nothing has ever crossed my mind when I see him either. Don't you find that odd? That is strange. In my case, I have loads and loads of fun after going to Trivia, or Trabia. That's probably why I forgot all about my childhood. That's what I think. But I don't know what's up with you guys. It's so odd that you forget. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I remember now. Things didn't work out too well at my new home. So I came to Garden at age 10. You know, I was always whipping people back then, and they were like, Quistis, please stop whipping us. And she was like, fuck you, whip, whip. When I first noticed Seifer and Max. Seifer and Max were always fighting. Because I'm a badass, and he doesn't want to admit it. Yeah, Quistis always used to break us up. Yes, that's right. I just laser-eyed your ass. Seifer was a kid who always needed to be the center of attention, but Max always used to ignore him. But eventually they would end up fighting. Max could have easily walked away from it, but always took up the challenge. It's a man thing. He could have just ignored him, but Max, almost in tears, would say, I gotta do my best by myself or else I won't be able to see Sis. Yeah, supposedly this is why Squall's got all these problems, is because because of his trauma of his sister leaving. And it's the one thing I don't like about his personality, and I don't like that they put it in there. And I think it's just for, well, the basic character growth that happens later. But I'll bitch about that when I get to it. I guess I was trying to take Alone's place. I tried, but to no avail. That's probably it. That's why I always wanted his dick. Even after making him instructor, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I thought it was love. I had to hide my feelings because I was an instructor, but I've come to realize it wasn't. Is that why you took me to a fuck hut? In my childhood figures. Oh, I didn't grow up with any women, so I don't really think that's how this works. I can move! Misunderstood love. Actually, I'd completely given up when Rhinoa came into the picture. Why? Hey! It must be the same for Seifer. I'm sure Seifer's forgotten his childhood too. Whenever he sees Max, his inner feelings start to boil, and this is why he's always picking fights with Max? Why is it we forgot? We grew up together as kids. How's that possible? I don't remember everything is from kids. Oh, here comes plot point number 2. How about this? The price we pay for using the Guardian Force. The Guardian Force provides us its power, but the Guardian Force makes its own place inside our brain. So you're saying the area where our memories are stored? Well, I guess putting a bunch of giant monster creatures in your head might squeeze some stuff out. No, that's just the rumor the Guardian Force critics are spreading. Like, for instance, my dad remembers all the lyrics from every song from 1960 to 1989, and there's just no more room in there now. So if we keep relying on the Guardian Force, we won't be able to remember a lot of things? There's no way Headmaster Sid would allow such a dangerous thing. Then how is it I remember while everyone else has forgotten? Because everyone's different? Well, in my case, I hadn't junctioned to Guardian Force until recently. You know, when Max gave me a couple of his hard-won, mental mind monster mashers. That's why I remembered a lot more than you guys. How about you, Selfie? Your first experience with Guardian Force when you came to Blam Garden, right? Yeah? Ah! Actually, I was trying to talk to Selfie. Stop pushing your boobs at me! I have a confession to make. I'm a psychopath, and I can only come when I drink blood. Damn, Selfie. I know, I'm just coming up with the weirdest shit, aren't I? When I was 12, I went on an outdoor training session. I found a Guardian Force inside one of the monsters I defeated. I junctioned that Guardian Force for a while, so I have experience with Guardian Force too. What is this? Is it like heroin? Cocaine? Yeah, man, when I was young, I tried some of that Guardian Force, man. I used to blow shit up every day. I started to get the shakes, and I had to junction more and more, and Christ. But it's really weird. I can't remember the name of that Guardian Force. Why isn't it in his head? It must be the Guardian Force's fault. What should we do? What we should do? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? What do you want to do? You want to stop using Guardian Force now? As long as we continue fighting, we're indebted to the powers of the Guardian Force. If that's the price I have to pay for that, I'll gladly pay it. Hey, I know, let's all keep a diary. That way we'll always have something to remind us. And Selfie does just that. You can read her diary the whole game. I just don't want to do that. Are you sure that's what you want? Maybe that's for the best. Yeah, I don't care if I forget about my childhood when Seifer used to pick on me. Because he kept kicking my ass when I grew up anyway. What's important now is having the power to protect my parents at Blam. Wow, all this reading dialogue is really starting to get to my voice, and I'm like thirsty now. They adopted me. There's no way I'm letting go of that power. Plus, it's like power. And power's pretty damn addictive. And I know if I could summon at least one Guardian Force and blow the shit out of some places, I don't need to remember all the drunken tirades and house smashings and other shit that I remember in my past. Hey, Max, you're rambling when you're supposed to be reading the dialogue. Do you remember Matron? She was always wearing black. Let's see. Matron, dressed in black. She's the... yeah, gee, she's the... very kind, long black hair. Yes, I really admired her. Wait, I just pictured her face and... I see the resemblance. Matron. They look alike. Look alike? No, that's not it. Matron's name is Ida Kramer. Dun, dun, dun! Oh, the coincidences. Matron is Sorceress Ida. And they play the cool music. Why is the matron... Because she wants to kill shit. Why? You're wondering why matron would take over a country or fire missiles and whatnot? At this point, we probably wouldn't comprehend it even when we talked about it. You're probably right. Hear me out. Seed and garden were all matron's ideas, right? I'm not a seed, but I share the same feeling with all of you. Seeds are supposed to fight the sorceress, right? This is strange. That's right. When I was being tortured by Seifer, he wanted to know what seed was. Matron should know. But Matron is Sorceress Ida. There's no denying that. What does this all mean? Max, are you listening? But fuck you, I'm thinking. You know that thing none of you people ever seem to do? So, like, this is what I wanted to say. Let's see, oh yeah. I understand what Rhino is saying. I understand, but I'm still going to fight. I want to stay true to everything I've stood for, which is apparently women and whining. I'm sure it's the same for everyone. That's why I thought it'd be best if everyone knew we have to face Matron. You've all heard this before, how life has infinite possibilities. I don't believe that one bit. There weren't many paths for me to choose, sometimes there would only be one. From the limited possibilities I faced, the choices I have made brought me this far. That's why I value the path I chose. I want to hold true to the path that had to be taken. We know our opponent is Matron, whom we all love very much. We might lose something very important on account of the Guardian Force, but I don't mind. It's not like I drifted here on tides of fate. I'm here because I chose to be here. And more importantly, we all grew up together. Technically you didn't, but due to the various circumstances we were all separated. I mean, we don't know how much time you spent together. As a kid you really couldn't go out on your own. There was no other path to take. All I did was just cry. And shoot things. But somehow, we're all together again, just like old times, though a lot's changed.